Hello there everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Mania Legends. So, the Fun in the Sun event is lasting for another 8 days and 12 hours, and at the moment we are actually on tier, I believe that is tier 7, since we've already gotten the Clownfish Dragon. And in this tier we have to catch creatures, collect food, and win battles in the dungeon. Unfortunately enough for me, I did put some food in, so in 12 minutes I'll be able to go and collect that and get some points. But I thought I saw some flying stuff around here. There we go, we got an egg. Oh, there's probably another one somewhere. There he is. I don't know where any more are. But basically, you're probably sitting here, some of you thinking, oh my goodness, why are you so far into the event? You'll be finished in a day. But we know from past events that that is not the case at all. And the Dragon Mania Legends page on the wiki has actually updated the event details with all of the requirements and the tier numbers. So I will link this in the description. This is a very, very useful table that the wiki does for every single event. But since we are on tier 7, this is showing that it is going to take 9 hours and 40 minutes minimum to finish off tier 7 if we collect the food at the perfect time, don't miss a single minute, and come back constantly. And then on top of that, tier 8 is going to take 17.5 hours, tier 9 is 28 hours, and the final tier to collect gold is 48 hours minimum. So take into account that if you have anything to do in your day, it is probably going to take even double that amount of time. And so I did do a few very, very easy calculations, but pretty much it adds up to about 103.1 hours total minimum if you do all of these without missing a single item. And then that means that it is going to be about the same as 4.5 days, roughly, just to do the final 4 tiers, which does mean that that's at least half of the event gone if we come back at the perfect time. So honestly, I think that if you want to be finishing the event, you should probably be on at least tier 4 to 5 by now. And I know if you're stuck back at tier 2, you probably think, oh, I've got plenty of time left. But trust me, that is not how it works, and you probably need to get a move on very, very quickly. But this does mean that within the next 17 to 20 hours we may have a summer dragon on the way, so that's pretty exciting for us. It's probably a little bit longer than that actually, but actually what was the other one? We need to win a battle in the dungeon, because to win the battle in the dungeon you can do that at any point, so let's go ahead and do one. I did already do one today just to make sure it was working correctly, so let's try this out. But obviously I know this is going to work, it always has. But yeah, if you are still on tier 2, you probably do need to speed things up a little bit, because all in all, 10 days is not a very long amount of time to finish off these events quite a lot. And if you're like myself, I'm working almost every single day of the event, apart from one actually, so I do not have a lot of time to keep coming back to the game. So hopefully you understand why I have gotten so far in the event. But I do wish you all the best of luck with it anyway. I know quite a lot of people that want to get hold of the elephant dragon. But make sure you are using the table on the wiki to make sure you're doing it. Some people do even set up timers or reminders on their phone so that they come back at the right times as well. I mean, obviously you might not need to go to those extremes, but just keep a track of the time. Make sure you know what's going on, that sort of thing. Then you should be good to go. But we haven't failed the last, 4 of these solo events, so hopefully this does not become the first one in a while that we don't finish. So we should have a scrumptious little elephant dragon on the way. But I'll be happy to get a new dragon for the first time in a little while. I mean, I did get the robot dragon last episode, but that's not really an impressive feat, really. So what do you know? And I actually don't have that many dragons left to do a how to breed video for, which is why I've been holding off on them a little bit. I still want to space them out, you know? But there we go, we got our little puppet girl. So, let's have a look. And if we just wanted to auto-complete this, it would cost us 1,810 gems. So that is probably not going to happen. But collecting food is by far the hardest part of tier 7. And obviously the following tiers, a couple of them, such as a final tier, do have a win battles quest, which are usually pretty quick to finish off. But yeah, it is going to be a little bit of a problem sometimes. But on top of that, there is a few there are a few promotions going on, I should say. But there's one for the Root Dragon again for £38.56, and one for the Go Green for £26.99. And I would love a Root Dragon, but I think £38 is just a little bit too steep, and since we do have the event going on right now, I would rather spend the money on gems, rather than just a flat out purchase of a legendary. But if you're interested in those, then get on it soon. As soon as you open your game, it should set the timer for you, because that's how these have pretty much always worked. And I haven't looked at card packs in a while. Looks like the Dice Dragon has finally disappeared from the shop, amazingly enough. Wow. But yeah, we haven't even bought any of these packs in a good long while. Now with the Verdant Dragon out, it's going to be a lot harder to get the legendary, so you know, it's whatever really. But there isn't really too much more for me to go on about today. So there aren't a lot of fights for me to do either, since I have been going through and using all of my battle tokens and everything like that to clear all of these blue map fights. There we go, let's auto battle this and get some food and some gold. But I am slowly also leveling up Reptar. He's going to be level 56 soon, and before we know it, hopefully he'll be level 70, right? No, it's gonna take forever. But in 5 minutes, I will have my next collection ready. So just keep coming back for these things. And what actually is the full timer for collecting food in tier 7? It is every hour that we should be coming back, because we can collect a new one every 20 minutes. So I'll be coming back every hour to collect some more food out of those, so I could always put in some cherries in there if I wanted to. But, like I said, I always ramble, but that is all I really had to say for today. Make sure you are using this right here, this link, Dragon Mania Legends wiki.mogba.me, fun in the sun. Okay? Just to make sure for any of you newer players out there. But, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I will see you then.